ready, you say paint. Do we understand? Ready, ready. Now, when I say move, you will scream discipline. Do we understand? Do we understand? Ready, move.
Recruit training can be easily divided up in its 13 weeks into distinct phases. First phase, or that first initial indoctrination to recruit training, which is the administration week or that pickup week. Following that, the recruits enter what is known as first phase, and that's going to be the first 3 weeks of their training. During this is when we really begin to instill the discipline and unit cohesion of each one of those platoons. They also begin their academic instruction, as well as a lot of physical training and martial arts. Phase 2 is mostly marksmanship, and this is where we shift focus from that extremely demanding get discipline out of each one of our units, and we start focusing on bigger Marine Corps skills. We spend an entire week teaching them about the employment of their rifle. We teach them all the different firing positions, all the different fundamentals of marksmanship, and then we take them out and they actually qualify with that rifle. And the third phase is where we start teaching them their field skills. We sustain all that they've learned. They still have the discipline from first phase. They still have their marksmanship skills from second phase. They still have martial arts, all the other challenges that they've accomplished. And now we are demanding on them even more. We're giving them bigger challenges, team challenges. And then finally they come to that culminating moment at the end of third phase, which is the Crucible. The Crucible, started in 1996, is the culminating, defining moment of all that they have accomplished here in 13 weeks aboard Parris Island. It takes every challenge that they've seen from first phase, second phase, third phase, and it rolls it into one 54-hour event where they conduct 6 different training events out on Page Field, as well as 2 night events and several hikes. Following that, we have Marine Week. At the end of the Crucible, they receive their Eagle, Globe, and Anchor, and we officially consider them Marines. And then finally preparing them for graduation. There are 8 graduation requirements that we have here on Parris Island. If they fail any of those, we have to recycle them in training. It does not mean that they failed at recruit training and we're sending them back home. It just merely means that we're going to give them another chance to do that. As well as if they miss training events, even if they miss something that's not necessarily a graduation requirement, if they miss a significant amount of training, usually 3 days is the average. If you miss 3 days of training within a specific phase, we might recycle you back in training if you're not performing up to par with your peers. If you miss 3 days of training, yet that recruit is still keeping up with the platoon, he or she still knows what they're doing, and that senior drill instructor can choose to keep that recruit in training and not recycle them. The amount of recycles of individuals that either failed, missed training, or were injured and needed to recover, 7% for males, 11% for females. The largest challenge is going to be that first phase of recruit training. Coming here from all different walks of life. They're different backgrounds, different nationalities, different religions, in this strange world of Parris Island where we do things completely different. And we ask them to do things that just in their mind don't make any sense. We climb up a 49-foot rappel tower and tell them, hey, you're going to look back over your shoulder, jump off this tower and run down a wall. It's just not something the human body naturally wants to do. We challenge them, we push them through all this. They have to change their mindset and adapt. Learn to work together as a team. Learn to work together with all these different types of individuals. And now we have all this variety and diversity and skills within our Marine Corps.
Retire the color!
Our expectation is they give 100% of themselves at all times, that they obey orders immediately, willingly, and without question. and that they work together as a team in everything they do. It is no longer about an individual when we're in the Marine Corps. It is about our team, and it is about defending the United States of America.
When I was younger, my parents always would tell me, don't do that, go to school. So I went to school for like 2 years, figured out it wasn't for me, decided to join the Marines because they're the best of the best. I believe I want to do this for the rest of my life. We wake up at 0400, which is 4 a.m., and we go to sleep at 2000, which is 8 p.m.
新移民刚来美国，然后在纽约生活时间比较久，就比较讨厌大城市，然后就想着改变自己。我妈妈她非常支持我当兵，是80%的中国父母，他们都不希望孩子去当兵，因为他们都感觉当兵很危险，但其实不是这样的。
听说某兵是在所有 branches 里面算是比较厉害的，然后看到他们那个口号 "feel the proud"， 听起来就感觉挺激动的样子，然后就加入。
当兵的话，可以让你变得很有自律性。好多他们都是19岁、18岁来这边，很多人都没有自律性嘛，然后就训练，那个时候是最难的。之前我是一个比较内向的人，然后来这边之后跟大家住在一起，几十个人住在一个房间，每天生活在一起，就感觉变得很不一样，很开朗。
我以前就经常玩游戏啊什么的嘛，现在一下子没有电脑了，也慢慢习惯了。不过，就是尽量能让自己在这里体能更好一点。
是加入海军陆战队之后才开始写信的，之前从来没有写过。有很多想说的话，之前手机的话就直接发短信，随便说点什么。然后来这边之后就感觉好多想说的话。
It's exciting. It shows that someone actually cares about you and how they actually want you to do well, and that they're thinking about you and missing you. I miss my mom. To be honest, like the first 2 weeks I was like, all right, I don't miss her. I'm finally on my own. And then like week 3, I was like, damn, I wish I could sleep in and then have my mom just run in my room, throw a pillow and tell me to wake up. My name's on a uniform. I get to be proud that I'm a part of something with America and actually make the country proud and do something that I believe every American should do.
The Marine Corps is a great place, and you become a better person overall. The training to become a Marine is the same for whether it's for females and Marines. We all do the same training. The only value to having the females is just to have that female mentor to look up to. Just like when I had my drill instructors, they were females, and I love the way they carry themselves as women and as Marines, period. So it helps to have a mentor that you can look up to, knowing that they can do the things that they're asking you to do. So seeing a female do the same thing that a male does, because we're all Marines and we're all drill instructors, it's definitely a big inspiration. Sticking patient with it, making it to the end, trying not to get discouraged. The biggest challenge for a drill instructor is just trying to get them to understand, you know, the core values of honor, courage, and commitment. Because I see the recruits make a lot of the same mistakes that I made, so it's like deja vu all over again.
Down here for an education workshop, the recruiter from Wappingers Falls comes up and says, "John, do you want to go to the camp?" And I said, "I'd love to, but you know that my daughter is going to be down there. Is that going to be a problem?" And he goes, "No, that won't be a problem at all." I said, "I think I want to do the experience whether I do get to see her or not, because I can now experience something that she is going through." Grace came from a very large high school. She has a goal down here in boot camp, and the goal of her is to be the honor recruit, honor cadet in her platoon, which means that she is the top cadet out of all the women who are coming through here this time for graduation. When she came in and said that that's what she wanted to do, it was very surprising, because out of the branches, I know the Marines are a tough group, and that's what made it tough for us to say, "Oh, let's try some of the other branches." But after visiting the other branches, I understood why she wanted the Marines. She wanted the toughness. She wanted the respect that the Marines give each other. So I think that is going to give her that little extra maturity and edge for her to help guide her. We're worried about, you know, getting in harm's way, going and fighting and doing what she says and wants to do. It makes it tough because we'll always be worrying about her until we know she's safe. Mom would not say yes. She didn't even bother to talk to Mom. She talked to me. I said, "It's your choice." She talked to her bigger brother, and his big brother said, "This is what you want to do. Just go and do it." She wants to be her own person. She wants to be responsible. She realizes she's responsible for what has happened, and she's just moving on. She did have issues at the beginning with the yelling and screaming, but she got over that. She's had coaches before, and yelling and screaming is only trying to make you a better person, and she realizes that they have a job to do, and they're trying to make her a better person, a better Marine. And so she just is like, "Okay, this is what I have to do, and I just got to do it." But she's not only doing it for herself. As the guide that she's taken on that position, she has to make sure all her fellow recruits are following what they need to do. And I am amazed and awed at the stuff that these recruits go through and still come out on the other side, and then they're a Marine. We're not allowed to talk. The only correspondence that we have is through letters. We've gotten 5 letters now from her, and we had to have her phone, and now she's gone. And we're like, okay, well, it hurts. She's not going to be here, and you don't think about not being able to talk to her at all. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I forgot to tell her something. So I take out my phone to text, and it's like, no, she's not going to get it. And that's when things start really hitting, saying, not going to be able to communicate with her for 13 weeks, except through mail. Fortunate enough to see her, and it was, I'm a little emotional even when I'm talking now. She's a strong girl, strong woman. She is coming into the mess hall. That was like, oh, Oh, I gotta take a break. So I went out and my daughter was there and she's holding the flag and I'm taking some pictures, and all of a sudden some of the recruits turned. And at that point, I knew she had recognized that I was there, that I didn't get there, not because I didn't want to and be there to hug her or say something, but it just, I had to respect her area. And then she raised her firearm and then yelled at the group, and then they were off marching. So it was very, very emotional, very proud moment for me. And hopefully she'll have that memory that, hey, her dad could actually see her at boot camp, where most people aren't going to be able to do that and have that opportunity. We miss you. We're proud of you. You don't know, maybe you do, how much we love you, and it's not just me, it's your mom, it's your brother, all the support you get from your aunts, uncles, cousins. We respect what you're doing, and we look forward to seeing you April 14th, and enjoy your celebration at graduation and having you home for 10 days.